On behalf of Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attak, I welcome you all. These online classes have been started to help students for the preparation of the final papers that will be conducted by the University of the Punjab. As the COVID-19 has disturbed all fields of life, similarly, academic life and educational institutions have also been affected by this. In order to save the time of the students and to enable them to prepare themselves for the final exam, these classes are started on the instructions of Higher Education Department, Government of the Punjab, Lahore. Abdul Qayyum from Department of English here with the second lecture for B.Sc English Part 2, and the topic for today is report writing. In this lecture I would be sharing with you the ways that we need to know about report writing, and I would also be discussing with you the characteristics that a report contains and what are the major principles and the ways that are required for report writing. So in the upcoming lecture we would be discussing the general ways how to write a report. Uh, Basically, this is the introductory part to the report writing. And this question, as I have already discussed with you in my previous lecture, that this carries 10 marks. So you need to attend this lecture carefully because this would help you not only securing marks in your paper, but this would also help you in practical life as well, because report writing is almost involved everywhere. In whichever field you go, this skill of report writing would help you in presenting uh, the different occurrences and the events that take place. These can be presented in a brief and comprehensive way. What is report writing? Let us make it clear that what we mean by the term report writing. So here is the brief introduction of report writing. It is a structured document. One thing that is clear about report writing, that it is a document and that is well structured. Means that this is not written in a haphazard way, that some point is given earlier and something is missing, but this is well ordered and well structured document. This is the first condition that is required for report writing. And then comes that it precisely describes an occurrence or event. So report is basically the uh, commentary or the view about an occurrence or an event that has taken place, and this gives the description of that occurrence or that event. But what is much more important in this description, that this is always precise, because report is not an in-depth story or an in-depth description of an occurrence. This is very much precise to uh, convey maximum in minimum space. This is the prime requirement of a report. It is comprehensive, that it consumes less words, less time, but conveys maximum. So This is again a significant point that needs to be kept in mind while writing a report, that this is always comprehensive. Next is that with specific purpose. That report writing is not a general sort of description or general sort of some document, but every report is written with specific purpose, that it is aim oriented or target oriented, and it specifically deals with a single issue. That's what it concentrates on. That there is no discussion on multiple problems or on multiple occurrences. It is always a focused one document that presents and deals with a specific issue in a specific way. Again, a report is always for specific audience and readers. That one report may not be of interest for all the readers, as it is with specific purpose, so definitely it would address or attract the attention of a particular sort of audience or the readers. Why? Because it is always target oriented. So if it is addressing a particular issue, so definitely it would attract the attention of specific audience or the reader. Now we come to the elements of report writing, that what are the factors or the elements that are needed to consider while writing a report. Number one, that it is a description of an occurrence. As previously pointed out, that report writing is concerned with the description of an event or an occurrence. So this one thing, that primarily report writing is focused upon the description of an event, that any incident, accident, occurrence or event that has taken place, and the need is to present the report of its occurrence to the concerned authorities, then a report is composed. So basically, this is the description of an occurrence. Number two, interpretation of significant points. One thing, that it is description, but among that description, what we need is to highlight the important points and to interpret them so as to make them convenient for the readers and the concerned authorities to understand that what is the chief problem or what is the major issue that is being faced by the people. So this helps in concentrating on the main issue. So this is interpretation of important points. Number three, analysis of facts. Report is always fact based. So the analysis of the facts and the reality that is existing there, that is described, because the analysis reveals that what are the causes for the occurrence of an event, or what are the facts that are involved and that led to the happening of that incident. So this presents the analysis and the comprehension regarding the facts that are known to the report writer, and he presents them in a straight way, not uh, playing with it and damaging its spirit. Rather, it is straightforwardly described. Expected results and outcomes. This is also an important part in the report writing, that uh, if some occurrence has taken place, so what could be the possible outcomes and the results that would emerge out of that issue. This highlighting of the issue helps in realizing the significance of that issue, that if that occurrence or issue is not addressed in a specific time period, this can take a horrible form or the shape, and that would be almost impossible to cater with. So, a report presents the results or the outcomes of that issue in a very much precise and comprehensive way. So, this actually asks for the prompt and effective uh, action to take regarding any issue. Presenting recommendations and conclusion. So, if it is suggested that these are the results or these are the problems that may be faced if that problem is not addressed in a proper time, so definitely it is the function and the job of a report writer to present recommendations, that if he thinks that this issue exists and he also finds out the reasons for that one, so what is required is to implement them. So for that implementation, recommendations are seen, that what are basically the agreed upon points among the members of that committee, and this helps them to give solution in some way. And then conclusion is also like summarizing the whole process that took place there, and we summarize it there. So these are the chief elements that we find in report writing. So basically this is based upon an occurrence, then in the description of that occurrence, what is more needed is to highlight the genuine issue or the real problem that is being faced there. This would give a better picture, and in response you would also get the better results out of this, because if it's properly conveyed, it is very much important, and this would enhance your social circle and the friends circle and the friends of the hard times as well. So this is what we need in this way of writing a report. Now we come to the mechanics of writing style. Previously, we had been discussing the general rules or the principles that are considered in writing a report. Now we come to the writing or the write-up of uh, a report, that how should it be written to make it more convenient and effective for the audience. So the first and foremost quality that is required for a report is the clarity. That report should be very much clear. There should not be any ambiguity that prevails in report writing. It should address, discuss an issue or an occurrence in a very candid way, in a very clear way. There should not be confusing details or the confusing expressions. It should be candid, clear, and crystal clear that what is being said. And the problem should be highlighted in a simple way. It should not create chaos or confusion. Rather, it should clearly highlight and mention that what is the uh, solution, what is the problem, and what are the possible solutions for that. So this is very much clear, and it should be clearly stated. Number two, easy to understand for a layman, uh, because anyone can read a report. So if that report is written in a technical language, so that technical terminology or the register that might be understood by the person of that particular field, but he is not concerned with that field, he won't be able to get the gist of that report. So this is again important to make it in simple way, so that every person, layman, common man, can easily understand it. And the next quality or the characteristic that a writing style report contain is the uh, is the preciseness, is that it should be very much brief and it should be precise, um, because the time is a great hurdle and everybody is busy. So if you can communicate something precisely, it will save the time of yours and also the person whom you visit, because it retains the interest of the readers. If something is unnecessarily prolonged and presented in a detailed way, what can happen that a reader may lose interest in that one and he may switch over to something else. So that is that it should be precise to impart and give more information in less time. Simple language, as we have stated, that a layman should be able to read this. So the language should also be used simple language, because what is the basic purpose of language is to facilitate the people to use language or languages among themselves, that there are solutions for some problems. So that's what we need to concentrate on. Then comes short words. While writing or composing a report, what is much more important, that the writer or the reporter should use uh, short words, because short words are easily understood by almost every person. And if some special vocabulary or the jargon is used, then that person may not be able to present something in a controlled way. So, short words should be used in the report writing. This would enhance the impact of the report. Similarly, the sentences should be brief. If a sentence is prolonged, it can happen that the number one, the reader may not be able to understand it, because a great majority of the people cannot communicate in English, even the educated persons as well. What is the point here is that the sentences should be brief. Uh, they shouldn't contain such food items that lead to the increase of the weight. So they're always very much sincere to this issue, and they have really taken it in their own capacity to work as maximum as possible. These are the ways or the characteristics or the attributes that report writing should contain. And if these principles are followed, I hope that you would come with good results and you will be able to understand this one. So, I would request you all, my dear students, to listen to this lecture attentively and, if possible, twice. Then you would be able to understand what is meant by that one and how to invest them in different ways. That is also very much important. So these are the points that should be considered while writing a report.